Hey everybody, welcome back. I didn't actually sleep in that thing. I saw it this morning on my hike. It's pretty cool. Whoever put it together did a nice job. So anyway, a little bit of backhoe work today. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you out there. All right, that took longer than expected, but putting this backhoe on after the winter is always a bear. The hydraulics let loose, you got to lift everything up. I had to remove the back blade. All right, but we have it on now, so let's move forward to what we want to do today. All right, here's the project. We got this azalea bush, which is not the best one out there, but there's a maple tree sapling growing right up in the middle of it, and that's got to be 12 feet tall. I mean, the sapling has grown significantly in the last year. It's a great little tree. It would be impossible to dig this root ball by hand. So I'm going to come in with the backhoe, dig up this root ball, and transplant that tree. Now when you transplant a tree or a bush, or you go to plant one, the first thing you do is find a spot you're actually going to put it in. Dig that hole first before you even dig up the old bush. And the main reason you want to do that is you want that root ball to be exposed to the air as limited amount as possible. Plus, you never know. You go to dig the new hole and you hit a rock or something, you have to remove it. So take care of the new hole first, then go over and dig up the old one. In this case, it's a bush and tree. Here in the front pasture, I have a series of trees. Most of them are maple. There's some other ones, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then in effect, it stops. So I think I'm just going to go right over here. You always want to look above, too, to see if there's enough clearance as the tree grows. In this case, if I plant it here, it's ideal because out on the street here, this tree here is dead, so anything that's overhead, this is going to come down eventually. So this maple tree will be able to grow up and have a really big free area for its canopy. All right, we have a nice hole here. It's probably 3 foot by 3 foot, maybe 2 feet deep. The turf off to the side here and maybe this extra dirt will go where I'm going to pull the tree out. All right, here we are. What I'm going to do, I'll scratch around the surface to get any friction off the top. And I'm just going to come around and really just try to pop it with one big scoop. Get as much of the root ball as I possibly can. All right, she's out. Got a couple good field stones. We'll just continue this path that we have here, and I have the tree in the front of the bucket over there. I'm hoping I got the majority of the roots. I mean, certainly some got destroyed in the process, but let's go put it back in that hole. All right, so I grabbed the bucket of water along the way. We'll start it off with a nice drink. And what I always like to do before I plant a tree is take a look to see how the limbs are going in. When you go to plant it in the ground, do you want the limbs facing this way? Do you want them facing that way? Sometimes it doesn't matter. In this case, it looks like it has a pretty healthy set of limbs, but I'm going to check it out anyway and put her in. All right, there's the new home. Gave it some couple buckets of water. Tried to scoop up as much as possible. Got a clump of grass there for the hole. Let's go fill in that hole. We'll be done with this job. All right. All filled in, put a couple of those field stones here, tapped it down. Okay everybody, hey, thanks for tuning in. Time for me to clean up and move on. Take care.